Welcome, Faye and Sabine. You are both part of Elpizo counseling here. I wanted to talk to you today just about how do you manage stress in your own life as a therapist, because it's one thing to manage stress when you work in another environment, but then people are coming to you and they tell you all these things about their lives and stress and all that. So how do you manage your own stress?
I mean, for me, it's just to compartmentalize my client issue so that I'm in that healthy place to move them forward. And how do I manage stress? In summer, I go for a long walk. And I mean long walk. And that sort of distresses me, looking at the environment. Canada is clean, looking at the people, go to the lake and seeing the water. That really, really just distresses me. And also, in winter, as soon as I get home, that wave of stress just come off me naturally, because the home is tidy, is clean, is my space, is organized in such a way that is my space. And maybe just pick up a book that just encourage me, and I just sit down there and just read. Sometimes I just sit and just enjoy the peace, just be still. And I read. My faith is very important to me. I read my Bible, the words that encourages me, and I just sit down, and sometimes I pray and I talk to God, whatever it is. And that is just like talking to an invisible therapist for me. And that really, really works for me. Over the years, regardless of the challenges I've been through, it's like talking to God and just reading. It could be people's story, Christian books, how they navigate through challenges. That has really helped me in my life.
So how long are your walks usually in the summer, for example? Like
I could do half an hour, 1 hour walk.
Okay, wow. You definitely can't do it in this weather now.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't, but because the winter is short too.
Yeah.
Before I go out, it's still dark. When I come back home, it's still dark.
Yeah.
So by the time I come back, to be honest, I'm so exhausted.
Yeah.
So seriously, I just sometimes just sit there and just, take off the stress.
So for you try to change your environment. So you have your home environment.
Yes.
You go to nature to walk, and that distresses you. It takes
you out
of
your
stressful environment at work and stuff like that. But also, it's interesting you mentioned read people's stories and see how they went through hardships. And that's
navigate through life.
I think especially with the Bible, it's people's stories, people who've fallen and they get up again, and they do life, and it gives you that sense of hope.
Sense of hope, yes, and believe that there is someone high there. There is God that you can cry out to, and He sees you, and He helps you. And in my life, He has been present, so present. So I'm really grateful.
That's great. What about you, Sabine?
For me, after I'm finished a counseling session, what really helps is the weekly debriefing with a supervisor, and also our group supervision sessions, and then self-care. So for me, it's exercise. I really like exercising, and I try to get at least 2 to 3 times a week to exercise. I'd like to do more, but it's sometimes challenging to schedule. And then also making sure I get enough sleep. If I go to bed at a good time and get enough sleep, then I don't feel as stressed the next day.
Yeah. How does exercise help? Because I've heard, like, I personally get a lot of help from exercise because it just gives me endorphins. But
For sure.
other people, I've heard, like, doesn't do anything for them. How does it help you?
I really feel like it's the endorphins as well. So because I do a combination of strength training and cardiovascular exercise, like I do a spin class, or I try to go walking or running, but then I also do just strength training at the gym, or I also do like a weekly, it's called Body Flow, which is like a combination of Pilates, yoga, and Tai Chi, and I find that class really helps, like just for stretching and just sort of a relaxation and stretching class.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Very good. As a therapist so far, what's the biggest source of stress for you, Frey and Sabine?
Do you want to go first?
It's when I feel like I don't have the expertise in a certain area to help a client, or I feel like because I'm fairly new at this still, like maybe a perceived lack of experience, and or when I feel like it's not, I may not be helping the client.
And so you see it as an unknown area, like there's this problem, and then you have no idea how to navigate it. And
not really no idea, but it's like I have tools that I feel might help the client, and we try different things, and then if that doesn't work, try a different approach. But yeah, it's a bit of that not being sure and the direction to take.
Yeah, and from my experience, like every client's story is very different.
For sure.
The level of complexity,
Yeah.
and we as therapists, it's not like somehow we have magic and we can solve all issues.
Yeah.
Like sometimes the problem is beyond what we can do, so all we can do is just walk with the client and help them with that.
For sure. Yeah.
I mean, for me, I just came to the realization that I'm not there to fix the problem. I'm just here to collaborate with the client and walk alongside them. It used to be much more stressful when I thought, I want to really help this client. I really want to make things really, better so fast. But now it's about setting a realistic goal and objective. It's about managing your expectations. So, but now I know, because my perception has changed about my expectations, that I just need to work alongside the client, collaboratively with them. Every little step they make makes a difference. So that sort of helped me sort of not putting too much pressure on myself.
Yeah. I think I've noticed, like, there's a trend, like when we first start therapy, it's like we try to take all the responsibility, and later we just learn how to, as you said, to walk along the client, and also, like as I mentioned before, like some clients, they just need 5 sessions. Other clients, their issues are more deep, so maybe they need 20 sessions. Who knows? So I guess the expectation part is very important.
Yes, for sure.
Okay. Any advice you can give to any new therapist? If you have like one advice.
For me, set a realistic goals and objectives. Work with your supervisor, because they really helped me in sort of managing my expectations that you are not there to fix the problems. You're just there to walk alongside your client, however fast or slow they want to walk. It's up to them. You just sort of, gently nudge them on.
Thank you.
And for me, I would say that similar to what Faye was saying earlier, everyone's an individual, or I don't think you said that. Yeah, everybody's an individual, and everybody has problems, different kinds of problems, and ways that they deal with them. And as a therapist, I feel like we're, like Faye said, we walk along with them to help them deal with their issue. And so we're like guides, and we're just shining the flashlight along the way. And the other piece of advice is that making sure that you manage your self-care, because if you don't take care of yourself, then how can you take care of other people? And you serve as a role model as well. If I come in and I'm stressed and I'm tired, the client's going to pick up on that. If I'm well rested and positive and able to have a proactive and collaborative relationship, then I feel like there's more of a chance that the client will experience success as well.
And in addition to that, the client too, they have a lot of resources within them. They just need, like you said, you just need to, gently draw it out of them. They have the solution. You just need to gently steer them to that direction to draw the solution out of them.
Yeah,
for sure.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
great.
Said.